everyone is different, and you can't measure what's wrong with a person because it's next to impossible to know. Even in the physical realm, lady's body was, she had many operations, and the doctors couldn't explain how her body functioned. Like, it's definitely, like, it was amazing different. Her doctors were challenging, um, to try to figure out, like, the way the normal human body functions. Now, with mental illness, that's much more difficult. And with mental illness, it's all hearsay. It's all what that person said about you. So, in the physically, that's why there's doctors who mess things up. Physically, you want a second doctor's opinion, a third, fourth, and they all could be wrong. I really was messed over mentally because I only ever had one. And then you have a situation where I met one of the most craziest people of all time. And, I never wanted to meet this person. I never desired to stay around this person longer than what was needed. And, well, they just lie. And I'll just, whatever, pretend I'm not narcissist. He's a sociopath, and he just believes his own lies. But a narcissist will go and turn that on you. They'll call you a narcissist. They'll say you're the person that makes up all the lies. You can't prove anything. They are the craziest people on the planet. They don't. And yeah, I think they need help, meaning that in society they should be able to help the people that they damaged. There should be some recompense there. There should be, like, that person, Pretend a Lot, should be very much fined for all the damage that he's done to me, especially around 2 years ago. But there can't hearsay. You can't do anything. It's just, but he majorly wronged me, and people don't understand. Like he's the only one in my life. Well, then don't have anybody in your life. You need, like, some type of support, and how rotten this world is that the only support that a victim usually has is some psychopath. It's just really, really sad. Probably shouldn't be recording on this. Anyway, it's completely, totally wrong. I was completely wrong my entire, most of my life. And I'm glad I got a little help, but a little bit of help doesn't yeah, you can It really does take away a lot. Uh, it it depends on your mindset. That yeah, I mean, there's so many people that actually went through worse than me. When I listened to some story, I mean, tragedy is tragedy. So you really, mine is pretty awful. But other people's stories are just as bad or just as awful or worse or not as bad. You can compare. Oh, well, why do you compare to another person? That might mess you up, or comparing is wrong. No, comparing is wonderful. It's a wonderful thing to compare. That's the way you learn. That's the only way I learned. That, oh my God. Like, I really had a messed up life because I never even had an opportunity like my kids had an opportunity. Like, you're not supposed to be under the authority of your abuser your whole life. That's a problem. I'll just give a tiny example. Yeah, of course we're going to compare. Joyce Meyer, rotten life, got away from her husband. I mean, okay, early 20, 19 years, 18 years of age, met a jerk. So she's able to survive so right around 20s, early 20s, she met the man of her life that really, 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 really helped her out. Okay. It's awesome. But that canceled out. I mean, it took her like 10 years to overcome how she used to be with a good person. And in my life, I never had that good person. In my life, I never ever had a good person with Susan Chappelle. But for 1 year. And so it's, how did I even make it? That's why I'm like, oh my God, and comparing is the only way for a person to be able to understand themselves, to be able to, what I just said. You need to compare. So all these weirdos, like my dead husband, and pretend they're not narcissists, and all the other insane narcissists, they don't want you to compare because they don't want you to be able to think. They pretend, I mean, insane narcissists put you in a category. They put you in the category to be retarded. Really, really stupid. They brainwash you to not be able to think. So just, some people don't like the word retarded. Some people don't like the word. So fine. They make you not be able to think. If you compare, that's using your brain. But comparing, like I just did pretty well with Joyce Meyer, like I wow, I mean, she's tortured the first 20 years of her life, but then she's able to make it because she met a good person to be able to make it, to be able to get over. I didn't have that. I never had a good situation for a number of years in a sequence where I was able to get over all the hell that I went through. It didn't happen. I mean, 1 year doesn't cut it at all. So Basically, with this, comparing is good, and sociopaths are the most mentally ill people on the planet because they believe their lies. And that's insane narcissists. They put all these different categories, names, or sociopaths, the same as narcissists, whatever, all these sociopaths and psychopaths. Yeah, they're all the same to me. Yes, they're all totally, completely, really evil, really detrimental, really, really, really bad people that you can't be around. They share their energy with you. They put their bad energy on you. And there was a woman that put her bad energy on me at like 4 o'clock in the morning. It didn't bother me right then. It didn't seem like it, and then it really bothered me. It's like you cannot engage your energy with another person, and unfortunately, empaths always do. Like, they actually care. Most people say you engage and listen, and it can only be for 10 minutes, and then that messes up your energy. A tiny little, oh, what's 10 minutes? Oh, no big deal. You don't know what really goes on in the spiritual realm.